Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Coach Craig's Sports. Today is Thursday, June 23rd, and this is the MLB DFS video for today. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a quick little recap of yesterday's picks. Unfortunately, I was not able to put out a video yesterday. I had some technical difficulties where my video did not save properly. So I did put up a post on YouTube. Hopefully you guys were able to check that out. And then after that, we're going to be talking some core picks as well as top GPP stacks for the FanDuel main slate for today. Since it is a little bit earlier start, I'm going to try to roll through this video rather quickly. So in terms of our core picks from yesterday, we had Shohei Ohtani, $10,000, got 73 points. Top overall pitcher on the slate, so he was a hit as well. Then we had Josh Naylor at first base or outfield, just depending on where you put him. $3,100, got to 9.5 points, so he was a hit. Then we had O'Neal Cruz at $2,700, got to 6.7 points. Did give him a push yesterday. Not a guy that put us over the top, but not a guy that hurt us either way. His teammate Brian Reynolds at $2,900, got to 12 points. He was a hit as well. And then last but not least, we had Taylor Ward, $2,900, got to 15.7 points as well, so he was a hit. I will say this about yesterday. I think that was the highest cash line I've ever seen for GPPs in a day. It was like over 190 points, which is pretty flat out ridiculous. The main line that I played had about 205 points, so if you played a pretty similar line with this core 5 and some of the other players like I did, he still had a decent shot at cashing yesterday. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to the core picks for today. So we're going to start off with a pitcher position right around that $10,000 price range once again. We got Robbie Ray, averaging just over 33 fantasy points per game on the season, goes against the Oakland A's. I was looking at their lineup last night, and I even made a comment to my buddy that it's like, this looks like a double A lineup. Like, not even a triple A lineup, a double A lineup. So Robbie Ray, definitely a lot of upside there. No offense to these Oakland A's hitters, just relatively unproven at this point in time. Not much of a fire, and not putting up much resistance either. And then at first base, we have CJ Cron, $4,000, averaging over 12 fantasy points per game on the season. Goes against the Miami Marlins tonight and Braxton Garrett. He has no history versus him before, but Garrett is a left-handed pitcher, and CJ Cron hits left-handed pitching very, very well, so would not be surprised if he has another big game. Then we're moving down to shortstop Carlos Correa, somebody that's kind of been on fire as of late. $3,300, averaging just under 10 fantasy points per game on the season. Goes against the Cleveland Guardians and Zach Plesac tonight. He has 2 for 3 with 1 home run versus Plesac in his career, so offers a little bit of upside as well. Then we move down to the outfield. We're going to start off with Christian Yelich, $3,100, averaging just under 10 fantasy points per game on the season as well. He goes against Dakota Hudson today, potentially batting leadoff once again, 2 for 8 versus Hudson in his career, and he also has 2 home runs against him, so a lot of upside there. And then last but not least, we have Cody Bellinger of the Dodgers going against Hunter Green of the Cincinnati Reds, $2,500. Obviously, we know the type of upside that Cody Bellinger could have on any given day, but he's 2 for 2 versus Hunter Green in his career, so it could be a little bit upside there today at $2,500. Definitely a risk that I'm willing to take overall. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players that I do have listed here, you have $12,100 remaining, just over $3,000 per player. So potentially being able to pay up for one other player if you can stick some other value plays in there as well. We're looking more like a balanced build overall today. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to my article over at WeBetATS.com and talk about my top GPP stacks for today. So with that being said, the ones that I do have for today are the St. Louis Cardinals. They are going against Jason Alexander of the Milwaukee Brewers, obviously the 28-year-old rookie who's never faced the Cardinals before. Do like some of these Cardinals hitters today, mainly Tommy Edman and Nolan Arenado. But if you want to play like a Dylan Carlson, you could risk Paul Goldschmidt, but he's kind of dealing with a back injury today as well. Then we move over to the Colorado Rockies going against Braxton Garrett. Very few of these hitters actually have history versus him in the past. Charlie Blackmon is one of them. He is 2 for 2. I already mentioned CJ Cron, Brendan Rodgers. A couple different options that you could look at from this Rockies team overall. Then we also had the Minnesota Twins versus Zach Plesac. This is kind of like a toss-up one. The Twins hitters have hit him decently well in the past, but he's starting to pitch better once again, so we'll see what the outcome ends up being. Luis Arraez, Byron Buxton, and Carlos Correa would be the main ones for me for the Twins team today. Then last but not least, we got the Atlanta Braves going against a former Atlanta Brave and Alex Wood. Some of these guys have hit him pretty well in the past, but definitely could look at some of these bigger names for the Braves once again. Austin Riley, Ronald Acuna, Marcell Ozuna, even Adam Duvall if you want to throw him in there as well. But with that being said, these are my core 5 picks as well as top GPP stacks for today, June 23rd. As always, if you have any questions related to MLB DFS, be sure to leave them down in the comments below and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Also, be sure to let me know your favorite play on tonight's slate, whether it's someone from my core 5 picks, whether it's someone from my top GPP stacks, or whether it's a completely different player you guys think I missed. Definitely interested in hearing what you have to say. But with that being said, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. It helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS, mainly MLB DFS at this point in time. Once we get back around to the NFL and NBA regular seasons, we'll be covering DFS for those two sports as well. And then with that being said, if you are new or current subscribers yet to do so, also be sure to hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. Like I've been saying, I post up daily MLB DFS videos just like this. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.